Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. We're on Farming Simulator 25 and we're on the PlayStation 5. Obviously before we get into it, I'd just like to politely ask for you not to forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons before you leave, and I do hope you enjoy this video. So let's get into it. Yeah, this was truly a comedy of errors. This would make Shakespeare proud. It's funny. So this literally, admittedly I did do a voiceover whilst I was playing, but something's reset again and my game volume was too loud, so I'm doing it slightly differently. So if things look a little bit out of place, forgive me. But anyway, so what you're watching now is my fourth attempt at making this video, and it's basically my plan for today's session was as simple as this. I wanted to continue doing all of the new types of contracts, mainly around the harvesting of the beets, the peas, the carrots, all that kind of thing, and just have a look at the new kit and see how it works and play around with the AI and, you know, all of that kind of thing. Let's just see what we can do and how far we can go with it. So my original one, obviously the first one I did was on peas, and hopefully you have all seen that video. It's nothing spectacular until the very end where it completely dies and tries to kill my PlayStation, but that's another story, literally. So my next one was going to be, like I said, doing the beets and the parsnips, that kind of thing, because there was it was using a smaller implement that looks very much like a potato harvester. So I thought, okay, I'll try that one. But obviously, as soon as you look at it, you think, right, okay, you know that you're going to need more than one person to run this harvest. Yeah. Oh, also, massive apologies about those glitches. It was happening whilst I was recording, and it's not the game for once. It's totally my equipment. It turns out it was my I think it's the recording card, the game capture card. It's either that or it's the recording software. One or the other does not like it when I run my webcam up, as well as in like the little picture up in the corner. But so I do get to a point where I'm like, no, I need to sort this out. So please bear with me, and again, apologies for every now and again it just goes it's not the game, all right, for once. Anyway, back to what my story. I do hope you're sitting comfortably. Let's begin. So I thought, right, okay, so I'm going to try out, like I said, with the AI and everything else and getting the workers and see what we can do. So I was doing that, and so obviously the way the AI worker works and is programmed, he or she had to do the harvesting, and I was planning and aiming and attempting to follow along with the trailer. So that's what I did. I hired the worker, got all the kit into the nearest field, only took out the one contract, and attempted to follow the AI worker whilst they followed, I have no idea what lines, and also trying to see how the pitter kit works at the same time. And yeah, it was a comedic fail, let's put it that way. It was not working at all. It was like, yeah, no, I can't do this. I think we got one lap around the headland and I'm like, no, I'm giving up, I'm not doing this, I'm stopping. My take on it is, if you are lucky enough to have somebody else to play online with, then do that kind of contract, or just do that kind of work. Yeah, so one of you's doing the harvesting, one of you's running around with the trailer, because it's so much fun, I reckon. Yeah, an absolute laugh, especially if you're working alongside somebody that you know very well, because I think you can have an absolute scream. One of you, it's like, oh, will you hurry up, or will you stay in a straight line, or will you, do you know what I mean? It'd just be good fun. a really, really good fun thing to do. But as a solo player, you can't, which is a real shame, because I was kind of looking forward to that. And it also means that any and every one of those contracts I can't do. Yes, I could basically just hire two. I don't even know if you'd be able to hire two AI workers to do it. But at the end of the day, it's like, what's the point? I want to do the harvesting because I want to see how it works. I want to see the results. I want to see everything coming out. So yeah, no. So that was a shame. So I was like, okay, fine. No harm, no foul. Didn't save, which I've mentioned before, the reasons why I don't save. So shut down, restart, stop the video recording, and start again. So I'm like, okay, right, what else can we do? Oh, I know, I'll go spraying, because I was watching a recent video by another YouTube content creator, Mr. Sealy P. So if you're a farming simulator follower on YouTube, you will most likely have heard of Mr. Sealy P and his fantastic work that he does in reviews and map tours and stuff like that. Anyway, so he was on about, he'd recently been playing with doing the spraying, and he noticed that one of the graphic changes or upgrades to the game was as you're spraying and you're driving along, the crop behind you, the crop that you've been over, God, that's so sorry about this glitching, it is getting worse, isn't it? It does stop, I promise you it stops, alright, because I do end up taking it outside and giving it a kick in. Anyway, sorry, so Mr. CB, so you're in the field, you're spraying the crops, and he said you can notice that the crops look as though they actually lean over under the weight of the spray or whatever it is. So it's more visually easy to see where you have already sprayed. He said it's a glorious little addition, but it means everything, and it works so well. And I was like, I want to see that for myself. So again, I'm like, right, okay, so I haven't got any of the kit, so I could hire the kit, but then if I hire the kit, I've then got to fill the kit up, obviously. But then I was looking at the price of the only two available spraying contracts, and I'm like, well, it's going to cost me $2,000 to buy an IBC tub, and neither of these contracts are worth $2,000. You know what I mean? Together they're worth just over 3.5, maybe 4. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that because I'm wasting money. So that was a fail. I'm like, for God's sake. And I thought, okay, what else can we do? Oh, I know, I'll do the rock breaking. Because I keep seeing that on my contracting list, and I've heard there are mixed feelings about the rock breaking contracts. Some have said it looks interesting, some are like, what is the point? Some are saying it's glitched. So I'm like, yeah, I'm up for that. I want to see what it's all about. So I weirdly, and I had no idea why, but I thought in my head I may well use the equipment again, but also again it's like I don't save, so it's no harm no foul anyway. So I bought a skid steer and I bought the rock breaker. Then I went into the contracts and there's no bloody rock breaking contracts. I was like, oh my God. It's like, really? So I had to stop the video because there was nothing to record. Honestly, at one point, one of those attempts, it was literally about 5 minutes of me just sat in the contracting thing, going up and down, going, yeah, but if I do this, it's going to cost this, and if I do this, so it really was. I mean, my videos aren't brilliant, but that would have been horrendous, and there's no way I was putting that as a video. So, yes, comedy of errors. It was hilarious. If you think about it, it really was. It was like, no, not doing that. I want to do this. No, you're not doing that. I want to do that. No, you're not doing that either. No. So then I thought, well, okay, sod it. I do need to start looking down the line of my animal husbandry and getting my dairy up and running, because this is the first time I have spent any length of time on a map on an FS game and not had my dairy even beginning to start. It's literally everything I've always done, especially on 22. Everything I've always done was always aimed around making my dairy farms hugely profitable and working flawlessly. And so I thought I'll do that instead. So I went on the map and I'm like, right, okay, so I need to buy a nice plot of land that's potentially close, and there's quite a few dotted around me on the map. I'm like, okay, yeah, I could buy that, yeah, that's fine. And then I just happened to look, and I'm like, why is this field and there's this really large field on the other side of the road? So as you're looking on the map and you're looking at your farm, it's on the left hand side, and I'm like, why is that highlighted as if it's my field? So I went up to it and I looked at it and I'm like, it's my field. I've been playing on this map for a while now, yeah, long enough. And to be honest, and in my very flimsy defence, I've not gone into looking at buying fields yet. You know what I mean? This is my first time, and the only time I look on the map is when I'm looking to see where I have to go for my next contract. So I paid no attention to pretty much anything else. And yeah, I've got this massive field that's just been sat there. I have no idea what was on it. I have no idea, whether it was harvested before me or which it must have been, because I haven't touched it. I didn't know it existed. So yeah, that was interesting. I was like, okay then. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm basically gone into the field, marvelled at how large it is. That's what she said. And so my plan of action finally got one that I can actually do. Honestly, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Right, so it's I need to plough it up, lime it, seed it with grass seed so that it's just one large field of grass, obviously. Get it all up and running, try and get some good yield on it. Then leave it, get at least one harvest off of it, and then so I've got something to work with food-wise already, because I have never run a dairy or got a dairy set up before I've got the food and the rest of the infrastructure ready to run. I've never done that because I've always been like, I'm not going out there and buying food to bring it in. I will get everything ready, then I will get the animals in, then we get the dairy running. So that's what I'm doing. So my plan is plough the field, sow the seeds, get it all up and running, leave it to do its magic, get at least one harvest off it. So I've got some silage in, potentially some hay, because it's a good sized field. I could literally split it in half. And then I will look at things again. I will then, like I said, it's a good sized field, so I'm going to split this field in half at some point. Put my pasture on one half of it, probably down the other end because of that like sheer drop, so I don't have to worry about what's behind. And then I've got my pasture with my dairy fields. I know I've got the 3 cows in Grandad's farm, but I can delete them or whatever. I don't know, I might use them, we're not sure yet. So yeah, that's my plan of action, and that was the route that I had to take to get to where I am right now. Wow, like I said, Shakespeare would have been proud. That was a true comedy of errors, and it was funny, frustrating as hell. And it was literally like every time, because I'm videoing it all the time, and I'm like, nope, gotta stop, delete the video. Nope, gotta stop, delete the video. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm not getting anywhere. And then this field materializes out of the ether, and it was literally across the road, and I'm like, that's been there all that time. I'm like, okay. So anyway, I'm going to shut up now, but I just felt that I needed to let you know how I got there, because I found it funny. Whether you lot do or not, I don't know. But yeah, I just thought it was funny that that's the convoluted and bumpy road that I travel when I'm playing this game. So yeah, on with the rest of the video. I'm going to shut up now so that I can fast forward the rest of this work, because you really don't want to sit there watching ploughing at normal speed or sowing or anything else. And I will see you at the other end and we will chat about what went on and where we go from here. Enjoy. Okay, so I'm back. Hello, hi. It's the other end of the video. Shocker. So successfully ploughed. What did I do? Yeah, I ploughed it. I limed it. I seeded it, and then I rolled it. So yes, it was all well done. Well done, me. Really. So now I've just got to wait for it all to grow. Like I said, I want to get at least one harvest. It's a good enough size field, so I will potentially either halve it or 2/3 and 1/3 of one silage and one hay. I'm not sure which yet. And then, like I said, I will then start to convert that field completely into like a dairy thing. So I'll whack out I'm going to check out the buildings. I'm going to check out what's available. And you never know, by the time I'm ready to start laying down buildings and start getting animals in, there may well be some new mods available. Fingers crossed. So we will see. But until then, like I said, I've just got to sit and wait now. And then I'm going to go off and try and do some more contracts if they're available. Hopefully they should be, because obviously I made a point of sleeping and basically going into the next day. So it should technically everything reset. But I didn't bother looking at the contracts. I will do that in the next video and we will see what we have to offer. As always, thank you so very much for everything that you are all doing. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much. I cannot thank you enough for all the kind words that everybody has been putting in their comments. For me, it's a twofold thing, because it's like the simple fact that you are putting time aside to watch something and then actually comment on something that I have done is like, wow, thank you, and I genuinely mean that. Thank you so very much. And then you go in the extra mile to be really nice about what you say, because it's so easy to be a troll. It's so easy to be a keyboard warrior. So it is very nice and warming when people are just genuinely put something nice out there, and something, the constructive criticism even, what I mean? It's like, don't beat yourself up, don't do this, don't do that. I mean, fantastic. It really does. And it's a credit to every single person that is involved in the farming simulator community online, irrelevant and regardless of the state of play with the game itself. I'm talking going back to 19, going to 22, on whatever console you're on. It has absolutely no relevance whatsoever. As a community of players, you're great. You look out for each other. You happily point out the error of people's ways, but you do it in a nice way. You don't. You're not all like, let's say, keyboard warriors. You don't go out there going, "Oh, you're an idiot. What are you doing that for? What's the point? Get off the game. Go and do so." No, you're like, dude, why don't you do this? Dude, why don't you do it? Or did you know that this is how? Do you know what I mean? It's refreshingly nice. There's far too much crap. There's far too much aggro going on in the real world and online. So the fact that this is maintaining a relatively safe place and a nice place to be, it's good. So well done to everybody, and I mean this genuinely. I genuinely do mean it. Like I said, regardless of what's going on with the game and how you feel about the game, that's irrelevant. It really is irrelevant. What I'm on about is you, the viewers, you, the content creators, the modders. I will say this over and over again. You're fantastic, and what you do and what you bring to this game is like mind blown. So thank you to that, in advance. But yeah, so there you go. That's me gushing for probably no reason at all other than I wanted to, and I think you all deserve it. So yeah, thank you very much for everything that you are doing for my channel. But kind of a huge thank you for everybody, really. Because if you're doing this at this level to me, you're obviously doing it to everybody else as well. So yeah, it's well done, thank you, and keep it up, please keep it up, because at least you, as a community, we can hold our heads up high and be like, no, we are nice people, we are friendly, we are very protective about our game, but we're also very protective about our community, and new players that come in, we welcome them and we encourage them and we help build them up and we guide them and all of that kind of thing, rather than, oh look, it's a noob, let's just destroy them, so yeah, awesome, and it is a very, very nice feeling to be a part of this community, so thank you, and yeah, keep it up, and obviously I don't know, should I need to remind you, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Please share this channel with everybody and anybody, even if you don't like them, just to wind them up. And until the next time, yeah, thank you. Love you all. Please take care of each other, and especially take care of yourselves. Laters.